Hello and welcome. My name is Ditech, CTO DVS, and welcome to another how-to video. Now today we're going to take a look at something that's a little bit different to the norm, but still really powerful and even more relevant in the current situation wherever you are in the globe. So, this bad boy here, CAMSAT construction unit. So there's two versions of this. I've got the construction unit here, the iConstruction, and we also do the Mini-HD-2. Now I'll show you the difference. I'll pull the specs up shortly when we transfer across to the PC. But the idea being, you get this big backplate here that comes with a rapid deployment mounting plate. Now you can buy as many of these as possible. The idea being you either bolt this to a wall, so a flat surface, or you can actually, it comes with three metal all-round bands that you can straight to a lamppost, etc. This unit will fit onto this, and you can put many of these around, so you could buy 5, 10, 20 of these, 50 of these, and you can keep moving this solution around. Now, all you need to do is power it with a main supply now, that's a pretty standard requirement. Main supply there. Inside the unit itself is a battery power supply, so it acts as a buffer for a couple of hours depending on the setup you've got, so that'll give you the ongoing power requirement. And they also supply, or we can supply, a battery backup extension unit, so you can increase the battery runtime should there be an issue with ongoing mains. But primarily you do need a main supply for this to work. Many councils will be able to provide a main supply at a location for you to move this camera around. Now it comes with Wi-Fi and SIM card technology, so you can connect over a SIM card using wireless logic or CSL and a VPN, or you can connect to the Wi-Fi. So what we're finding many of these people doing are deploying them in areas of prevalent fly tipping or social disrest. You can connect to it via Wi-Fi, so you can put SD cards in the camera itself, and then you can just simply pull up to the camera inside a van, truck, car, whatever, connect to the Wi-Fi and download that footage, or you can do it over the remote 3G, 4G data stream. Now that, depending on how much data you pull, will dictate the package that you require. So it's a very simple unit, cage fitted to a pole or a wall. You've got your LTE connection, 3G, 4G, plus Wi-Fi, and you've got two different aerial types depending on the setup. Now you can have it with just a PTZ, so the standard option will be PTZ, so obviously we're using Hikvision. So a PTZ design, you can see it's still running. We're not actually connected to the mains now, but it's running. The battery pack inside is actually running this solution for us with no mains connected currently, and that'll do that for sort of 2 to 3 hours depending on the setup. Now we've got PTZ as your typical setup. We've also added 2 Hikvision turret cameras. Now the idea being is, so this additional cage that sits over the PTZ housing itself, this additional cage will allow 2 turrets or bullet cameras or domes. You could do it for AMPR, general site coverage, whatever that may be, and whatever your requirement will be. It will generally always be a PTZ, so you can set that up as a patrol, take control remotely, and then zoom in and follow any behaviour that you need to record. Also, you've got your 2 static cameras for general coverage, overview, and a fixed view. So if the PTZ is not looking in a certain direction, the statics always will. But again, we have many customers want to use it as an AMPR camera for number plate detection, and then want to use it as a general surveillance or an analytical camera. So the maximum you can have is 3 cameras. So you could have 3 statics, 1 PTZ, 2 statics, but the maximum is 3. Obviously Wi-Fi thing. When you open the unit up, there's Allen keys to secure it. It opens up on a hinge lid, so it's really simple to use. A big 18 amp hour battery in the construction site one. You've got your on off, so you've got your PoE and your 12 volt power on off there. You've got your 12 volt power in. If you have a separate 12 volt feed that you want to feed in, then you can use that instead. So it is pre-constructed pretty much. You don't have to do anything inside the unit itself. And then you've got your SIM card slots there, SIM card 1, SIM card 2 slot there, and your Wi-Fi is all documented in the paperwork. Your connections are on the bottom, so you've got your LAN, WAN, etc. that can simply plug in, but it is sort of ready to go. Many commutations, and then when you finish, simply fit in, lock the Allen keys down, and then you can fit this unit. You can see the cage on the back, just simply slots on, but it is quite a big, substantial unit. I would say this particular setup weighs sort of about 12 to 15 kilograms, so it is quite heavy because obviously the battery inside it. Becoming really popular. We fitted quite a lot of these recently. Again, we're going to transfer you over to the web browser to show you the internal mechanics of the unit and the difference between the iConstruction and the Mini-HD-2. Other than that, really popular unit, so stay tuned while we transfer you over. Okay, so I've got the two specification sheets up here. So you've got the, let me just zoom out a little bit. Oh, that was too far. So you can see it's a Polish company. They make very, very good equipment. Those of you that might have used their product in the past, they were synonymous with analog wireless connection and RS-45 transmission. And obviously their product set is developed as that sort of technology is sort of dwindled. They've gone into a different market and used their expertise in product development and, you know, production to make this product. So essentially you've got the two different versions, the iConstruction and the most people are using the Pro 2, the Mini 2 HD. So you can see the spec sheets there. You've got the iCam Mobile HD2, Mini HD2 and the Power HD. So it depends on what you're really looking at providing. So you can see there's different options available. Most are using this Mini HD2 with the PTZ, but again, you can buy the cage and add in additional functions like Wi-Fi, etc. So you can see as you move through, they've got different battery capacities depending on the standby times required, different operating temperatures, etc. So you can see there 10 to 12 operating time, 72 hours operating time, 4 hours operating time, and you can really sort of tailor this to your application. So really, really is a powerful solution. Now, this is the most popular one. Like I say, this one, the iConstruction one, we have sold a few of these, and that's the exact one I've got down there. So again, this setup with a PTZ and two statics. This is a real fit and forget solution. So we can buy this ready populated with Hikvision, or we can provide the cameras and you fit them yourself. But it is powered up, put the SIM card in, connect via Wi-Fi, put SD cards in the camera like the Mobile HD2. And where you go, the storage, depending on the camera chosen. We don't only support Hikvision. Obviously, we sell Hikvision, but other brands are available. But you can actually put the SD card inside the camera and get that recording as required. But it is 230 volt SIM card and then connect via Wi-Fi. It is literally ready to go. But the principle remains the same. There's only sort of one option for this iConstruction camera. You can see they've got the 25-400, so different options available, or just the back itself, so you can have it with the the SIM, the SD cards provided. They even provide a SIM card now if you want. If you don't want to provide your own SIM card, CAMSAT can provide that. But again, the construction cam specifically for around construction sites, that sort of deployment. But the mobile HD cam is more flexible, I would say, and is what we're promoting and the customers are using. So, but the principle remains the same: Wi-Fi, SIM card, SD cards on the camera. Other than that, I'm going to transfer you across now. So I'll connect to the Wi-Fi on that unit, run you through some of the functionalities of it, and we'll also connect on the app via the 4G just to show you that working. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So I've actually connected to the Wi-Fi of the CAMSAT unit here, so no network connection other than the Wi-Fi, which is connected to that CAMSAT unit. Like I say, using the SADP tool, I found the 3 cameras, so 2 statics, 1 PTZ, and those clever people among you will realise those model numbers aren't UK model numbers. That's correct. This unit was supplied by CAMSAT with the cameras already fitted, so there'll be the European versions from Poland, but we would supply the cameras moving forward, which means that you'll get the UK versions, but they still work through HiConnect as it is. So this unit found the, activated it, set the IPs, etc. They all fall in line with the schematic of that router. So if we just close this down, close that down. So we go up to the web browser. So I've got the 3 web browsers open, and again, I'm connected via Wi-Fi here, so that's fine. So I've got the web browser of camera 1, so PTZ Dome. What you'll see here is under network, I've enabled platform access and it's online. I've inserted the SIM card, so it's online via the SIM card. So all 3 of them have had that enabled. So if I go into the live view, I'm not going to run through the functionalities of the cameras themselves. Those of you that know Hikvision will be very familiar. You can see there time and date, remote monitoring of construction sites, and some OSD text. You can alter that, turn that on and off, etc. And again, this is set to a preset tool, so it's scanning the construction site. Again, I could take control of it and call a specific preset, or if it had a wiper, or I can zoom in and out, and take control manually. So let me just wait for it to catch up. There we go. And you can do this through the Hikvision or the HiConnect app as well. Add it to software. Let's see if you can see me. Hello. Whoop, too far. As my wife always says, too far. So there we go. You get the idea. And then if I go into the other ones again, HikConnect's enabled. We've got the storage SD card in each camera, which is recording, along with the platform access. And again, it'll have some OSD text on there, but these will be static cameras, and you set them up as required. Again, that one there. Let's stop the live view on that. What you can do as well is, if the camera supports the smart events, these cameras don't. But again, because it's online with HikConnect, you can set up the analytics. So if it's got line crossing, etc., you can have that trigger through to the HikConnect app as a notification, or perhaps an email notification with images. So it becomes really powerful, actually. Again, go back to live view. You should be able to see me on this one. Hello. So again, very easy. We've also got the web interface of the built-in router. So in each unit, it's the battery and the built-in router. You can see there, tells you some information, uptime, runtime, the mobile data sim that's connected, some generic information that you can use to diagnose, or you can drill down further. So you can actually go into like specific statuses and look at that. Whether you want to do that, it's up to you. Mobile signal, it'll give you a live graph. Now you can actually access this remotely as well. So once you get your mobile sim in, you can access this remotely and do some diagnostics and set up remotely off site via the SIM card connection. So that's quite handy. But basically, it's a very simple router to set up. You've got different sections. So you go to mobile section here, and you can either get the SIM provided by us, or you can buy it through CAMSAT themselves. It depends on if that's your flavor, or if you've got a specific thing you want to do. All I've done is insert the mobile O2 data sim, inserted it, program that detail in there, and it's come online. They do have 2 SIM cards, so you can have SIM card 1 to SIM card 2 failover, or you can have on different networks. And if you do want failover, you can actually start saying what those failover things are. So if you go to SIM management, you can put SIM 1 to SIM 2 card switch over. So on weak signal, data limit, etc. You can set mobile data limits, SIM idle protection, all these different functionalities. I haven't set any of this, but you can set that if you want. You can have it text you when if you have a prepaid SIM card, it can text a mobile number to give you a warning that you may need to top it up, or it's on its limit, certainly. And you've got WAN, LAN, so your WAN settings, your LAN settings, VLAN, wireless, firewall, routing, load balancing, NTP, VPN, dynamic DNS, SMS, SMP, SMS. So you've got a lot of different functions within here. Like if you want to set up a VPN, if you do buy a SIM card via us through Wireless Logic, they'll provide the net extender function to the SIM card. So basically you run the VPN and that'll connect you directly to that unit anyway. But you can obviously set some functionality up through this router itself specifically. So there we are. We're connected via the IP addresses directly through the Wi-Fi. Again, if I go into playback, what you would be able to do is connect to the Wi-Fi and pull this data off remotely. If you want to do through a SIM card, it's quite simple. But again, here's the some playback from this morning directly from this SD card that's in each camera. I've added the 3 devices to HikConnect, so you can see still connected via Wi-Fi to the iConstruction, but obviously they were online through HikConnect. I connected to my Wi-Fi in DVS, so I could. So yeah, so they're still online. So I've added them via that. So very straightforward. Now, if I share my phone screen, what we will do is. Okay, so we're going to go to the HikConnect app, and you can see I've already added the devices, and I've got my favorites there and the CAMSAT to make this simple. There are other devices that are online. So if I click on my favorites, you can see they grouped it in there, and already it's live viewing this. So I am connected to the Wi-Fi, the DVS Wi-Fi, but these are being dragged across on the mobile data sim that's actually fitted in the unit. So if I double click one of these units here, you can see it's in HD. I can take control. So along the bottom, you've got PTZ control there. And again, you can manually take control. Wait for it to catch up. There we go. and the mobile connection isn't that great. But you get the idea. So I go back. If I can view a static camera, close that PTZ control down, view a static camera, got the HD stream there, and again, all of the standard HikConnect functionalities. If I want to go into playback, go to playback here at the top, choose the CAMSAT devices that's online here. So I'm going to choose static 2, start playback, and again, there we go, that's from this morning. I can just drag that through, and this is just through HikConnect. Again, if you go up to the camera, add it to a third-party VMS, etc., you can download that, as required. Very, very simple to do. And again, you can adjust the OSD text on here, and again, it can put on there things like power failure on the OSD text, so you're alerted of it. Really, really straightforward to do, and then hopefully you understand the principle of it. So hopefully you have a better understanding of what CAMSAT can do for us. If you've got any questions, please contact your DVS sales rep or drop us an email and we'll get in contact. We can only sell into the UK. DVS always trying to bring you the latest and greatest technology, so why don't you use DVS? If you want an account set up, please contact us and we will help do that for UK vendors only or installers. Other than that, have a great time, have a great week. Thanks for watching. Keep liking, like, share, subscribe, and all that general stuff. Other than that, see you next week for another how-to video. Cheers, guys. See you later.